All right, guys, what's going on? Today we're going to be talking about the importance of quitting video games. Now, this might be, a heavy hitter for some of you like gamers out there, as I used to be, but it's very important. And there's a lot of things that come out of quitting video games that I would like to preach onto you. So the first thing I want to get into is why they're actually bad for you, right? I mean, that's why I'm here. I mean, obviously, if they were good for you, I wouldn't be telling you to quit them. So if you're competing, doing esports or doing anything where you're making money, possibly good, go for you. Good for you. Do your own thing. It takes a large portion of your time to sit there, even for just an hour, 2 hours, of just whether you're upgrading your character and whatever you're playing. League of Legends, there's so many games that you could be playing. It doesn't matter what you're playing. What matters is how much time you're spending into it and how much time you could be spending that into something else that would actually improve your life. The reality is you could be doing a lot more with your time than playing video games, and that might be harsh to hear, but it's honestly the truth. The second thing I want to get into is it greatly affects your productivity as a whole, right? I mean, let's say you're at work or at school or just doing something that you're supposed to be doing, and all you can think about is going home and just playing video games. The third reason why video games are bad for you, and this is a big one, the CEOs of these companies, these like Blizzard, Epic Games, whatever it is, their main objective is to keep your brain occupied onto their game to make more money, to make more screen time, whatever the hell it is. Their objective is to get you and I, us, consumers, to sit there and play their video games and just turn our brains off and just go into this little realm of playing video games when it's not good. They know it's not good. They don't want us starting businesses. They don't want us going to the gym. They don't want us improving our own life, and they want to just suck our time away, waste our time, and get us to spend money, get us to spend time on their platform. That's what their objective is. Now, bit of a controversial one, but the fourth reason why I think video games are horrible and just bad for you in general is they're designed to be fun and to keep you comfortable and to keep you just at ease with whatever you're doing. If you're playing Rocket League, just sitting there and scoring a cool goal that you haven't scored before. It's fun, it's exciting. I get it. I used to be there. You wake up a day later and you're in the same boat that you were in the day before. And you don't even realize it until you stop. That's the main thing I want to get into, is you don't realize how much time you're spending and how much potential you're wasting by sitting there and playing video games. I played video games for all of my life, damn near, minus a year ago. I completely stopped, cold turkey, stopped playing video games. And it's only then when I really realized how much time I was spending. Now, a serious problem that I see with this is a lot of these gamers have friends and groups who also really enjoy gaming, and those are the people that they end up talking to the most because they have something in common. The problem with this is if you don't have a circle of people around you to help promote your life individually and how you can get off of your feet, get money, get fitness, get whatever you want, okay, it's not going to happen by you sitting there twiddling your thumbs on Fortnite or Call of Duty. It's not going to happen. It just simply won't. The fact that you and your friends would rather sit there and play Call of Duty while there are other men grinding, hustling, reading, putting their phones down for hours at a time. They're thinking about, I have a goal, I have a reason to be here, and I have to do it or else I am a failure. You cannot compete with these people. You can't. You simply can't. You sitting there spending time playing Call of Duty. Oh, I got to kill. I kind of lost track of thought, but you get what I'm saying. There's people that are doing more than you are, and that needs to upset you. That needs to make you uncomfortable. That needs to get you to get the motivation and drive to try something new, to start a business, go to the gym, do something that you need to do. You need to have something that gives you the same amount of excitement and passion that video games do. You need to find that alternative that actually is productive for you. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be yoga, it could be jump rope, it could be running. It doesn't matter. All of these things have benefits that video games do not have. Simply, I want to talk about how I was able to quit, because I never fully understood how bad it was or just how addicted I was until I actually quit and took some time off and realized, wow, I'm doing so much more with my life. I'm so much more productive. Like, I wake up and I have things to do. I choose what I want to do in my life. I'm not a leaf in the wind. I don't let life choose for me. I choose what I'm going to do, when I'm going to do it. I have a schedule. I've never felt so alive in my entire life. I truly believe that quitting video games was the number one reason that I stopped the man who I was and just completely reprogrammed myself into this better version of myself. Now, this is one of the reasons that I was able to quit, and this was one of the first signs I was like, okay, this is going too far. I had a buddy who I'd play Rust with a lot. We would play a lot of Rust. Great guy. I mean, awesome dude, but just always on the Discord, always playing Rust, no matter what. I don't care what time. It could be 5 a.m. and this kid's on Rust. He's been playing for 6 hours all night, every day. I didn't realize just how bad this was until he showed me how many hours he has on one game. Not even on his computer as a whole, on one game. He had an entire 365 days. I think it was 367 actually, on one game. An entire year of his life. An entire year. Think about how much potential you have in a year. 12 months. And he spent it on bullshit. An entire year of my friend's life was on one game. This guy plays games all the time. And he had spent an entire... I can't even fathom that. That was the first kind of realization of, oh, okay, I need to quit. But here's how I actually was able to quit. Now, aside from everything I just told you, obviously, it was starting to weigh on me about how much time I was playing and just the people I was hanging out with as a whole. Limit yourself. 30 minutes a day. As soon as you're done with your 30 minutes, off. Don't even think about it. And you're gonna think about it. But as soon as you have those urges to play video games, when you're not playing video games, as soon as you have that urge, immediately the first thought should be, what else could I do right now? How could I improve my situation right now? Every time you have an urge of, I want to sit down, I want to play Rocket League, or I want to sit down, I want to play, like, I just want to game. I just want to go into my little zone, enter my little bubble, and I want to game. Every time you have that thought, if you had already played you could be an hour a day, whatever it is for you, whatever's comfortable for you, you need to set a limit of how long you're playing. By a week or 2 weeks, you will have a complete different mindset, and your judgment of video games and your judgment of yourself will be so much better. You will just have higher standards, and that's what you need. One thing that helped me is every time you die or every time there's a cut screen or anytime you have a little break, do 20 push-ups. Do it. 20 push-ups. It can't hurt. Can't do 20, do 10. Can't do 10, do 5. Whatever it is. Set a goal for yourself. Do it. Nobody has time to sit there and judge your excuses. Nobody's going to tell you, hey, maybe you should cut that out a little bit. It has to be you. You have a choice. You do. You can either better yourself or you can continue playing video games and be in the same situation years. Doesn't matter. Your choice. I know there's people like me. I know there's some of you out there that just don't want to admit to themselves that I don't need to play video games. Maybe you don't even have fun anymore. Maybe you don't find video games fun and you still play them anyways because you have nothing else to do. If your friends are, hey, Nick, let's play Fortnite tonight. Like we got 4 people. We can run squads. We can do. No, I'm sorry. I have stuff to do. There's more important things for me to do. I can't. I'm sorry. Simple as that. Now, there's going to be people that are going to get butthurt. They're going to be like, oh, you changed. Oh, you don't want to play games with us? Like, oh, is it us? Like, what's the problem? Like, this isn't you. Like, that's what you're going to hear. And it's your choice if you want to cower away into them or do your own thing. It's up to you. There's nothing wrong with saying no. There's a lot of good things that come from saying no. Simply just saying no to people. You can say no to your friends. You can. If they want to play video games and let's say all this friend group of yours does is play video games. It doesn't matter. You'll find people that are like you. Once you're on this journey to, whether it's fitness or financials or whatever it is, once you're on this journey, you will find people that have the same thoughts and interests as you. And you will be much more happy to hang out with them and talk business or go to the gym with them than play video games. Anytime you have some like actual downtime where you physically cannot do anything more productive, and you have nothing else to do and you're actually bored, you can sit there and play for a little bit. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's unbelievable the amount of people that sit there and game for hours, and it's considered normal. They invite their friends over for pizza and they play Call of Duty all night. Like, that's a good night to some people. It's not. At least to me. Do something to negate your brain from thinking, I have to play video games. Do something to get out of that habit. That's the first step. I want you to do this. Before I conclude, I want you guys to do this. 2 weeks of no video games. And every time you have the urge to sit there and play with your friends or do whatever you want to do, every time you want to turn on your PlayStation, get a notebook out, write down one thing you could be doing instead of video games that would improve your life. It's been great, guys. That's the end of my first video. Hopefully you learned something. Nick Fox out.